Let's get nuts. Hello, children. Sorry, hitting the button there. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Monday. Last week of November, getting so close to Christmas. Hello! Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, thumbs up, do all that. Everything like that. Share the stream, do all the stream. Got Monday Night Football playing. I better not get distracted by that. I'm very close on my fantasy game, and my tight end just caught the ball, so that's good. But yes, guys, welcome everybody. Chat, let's talk some movies. Make sure you do all the stuff I said. Follow me on all the sock meds that are around me. Patreon, posted some stuff on there. So, what's happening, huh? How's everybody doing? We got Ryan right here. Good to see you. Hello, Miss Steph, Nighthawk. Call her Nighthawk. Dare not to. Hit that like, thumbs up, like she says. Do all that. Let's see who else we got here. We got Lawrence Snyder. Good to see you. What's going on? Diamond Absolutes. Tag on my thing was messing up. Had a good weekend, actually. Ate way too much, which is what you're supposed to do with a holiday weekend, right? So, yeah. Get back on the diet here. What's going on, Chris Lunchbox Rogers? How you doing? We got Stephanie T here as well. Let's see who we got. Hashtag Day Full Frontal Rebel Moon 2. We'll see what happens, right? Maybe it'll be one of his spin-offs or whatever the fuck. I don't know, did you hear that there might have been 6 things that were greenlit for Rebel Moon? That's a possibility right there. Who knows? Scotty, well, congratulations, sir. If I had some wine, I don't have my Monday wine with me, so can't cheers ya. Can't cheers ya, but, you know, signature, like, just pretend, I guess you could say. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We got alien sex love sounds. I need the Rebel Moon trailers that give something for, I know, right? Probably won't happen till next year or something like that, so we'll see what happens. All right, we got Jade right here. We got Ziggs. Happy Monday. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special went by faster than an episode of 1899. Is that a dig on 1889? 1899, or which one is that a dig on? Because I thought they were both great. Just saying. Fatty God, what's going on? Tony Movie Chappie D9 Neil Blomkamp fan. That's right. It'll be part of the tweets. It'll be part of the tweets, so... Thank you. I work for Wayne Enterprises now. I don't know if you guys knew this. Got that job, and, you know, working with the big man himself, man. He's a pretty nice guy. Keeps to himself. His chin looks like another person's chin, though. I don't know, it's very strange. We got Mama Film Junkie here, folks. Good to see you, Mom. Of course, we had Thanksgiving on Thursday, which was great. Cortez finally watched Lord of the Rings. Wow, took you a little bit, huh? We got Joseph Henry right here. We got KC in the house. All right, where's the drink? I don't have a drink today. I thought about pouring some vodka, but I didn't pour it. What's going on? Ryan, Cinematics. I can't hear the music too much. You couldn't hear the music that one time, huh? Really? Interesting. I mean, I probably turned it down or something like that, or I probably adjusted some weird thing. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, we'll figure it out. Who else we got? Oh, this thing just jumped on me, of course. We got Niner for Life here. We got Mr. Galley. What's going on? Hello. Happy Tuesday. All right. Think you're a day ahead? Yep. You're the boss. Say hi to Bruce Wayne, right? There you go. So, all right. I got my own mitt fell to the floor before I took my pizza out of the oven, and now I'm not feeling so good. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, man. What can you do about that? But, yeah, thank you guys for clicking in. Like I said, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. For everybody who celebrated the holiday, of course, hopefully you guys gained a couple of LBs. I know I felt like I did. And, you know, watch some football, do all that stuff. You know, hopefully you had a good time now. That's right. It might be Tuesday on the other side of the world. Yeah, true. Some people, it is Tuesday. It definitely is, so... But, yeah, guys, it was pretty good. But, man, do I just, like, eat a little too much, but it was all delicious. Hard not to. Really hard not to. But, yeah, so did all that. Let's see, make sure I got all that. All right, we're good. But anyway, so hopefully you guys are doing well. Let's see, how come James Gunn is all over my feed? I never searched his name once. Well, I mean, it's just James Gunn. Maybe you've clicked on other things. I don't know. I don't run Twitter. Ask Elon. He's the one that's doing that. Anyways, all right. Let me testing out some of this stuff here. Okay, turn that on. All right, we're good. All right, let's just get to the tweets, huh? Let's get to the tweets. Buttons, buttons, buttons. All right. Let's get to the tweets and see what happened in this long weekend right here. Here we go. Okay, tweets, tweets, tweets. Let me do all that. All right, we're good. All right, let's start off with this. This is pretty cool. They made this little poster right here of like basically 2022. Poster for 2022 right here. It has the various different things that came out this, this past year right here. So that's pretty cool. I love that little poster. Not too shabby. We got the Project Justice League right here. Ultimate Cut. Remember, that's going to be posted on the Ford Nerds Network on Christmas time. So there you go. Do that. Watch that. It'll be good. This warmed my heart a little bit. This was getting tweeted around on Thursday. Kevin Conroy tweeting out a colored somebody who colored a turkey that was that has a bat suit on, and that was from 2015 right there. So that's pretty cool. May he rest in peace for sure. Miss that guy already. Who doesn't, right? And then we got a flashback sequence that's going to be happening. We got a little first look at a flashback sequence when it comes to Indiana Jones 5. That's going to be an interesting movie for sure. And then we got Rico Jr. here. We were talking about these posters last week when it came to what he was cooking up when it came to this. This is really cool. We got Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then, of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Very unique posters, very awesome stuff. Follow that guy. He's doing some good work right there. Definitely doing some good work. Ryan Coogler expresses his gratitude for fans to going to see Wakanda Forever. So he personally wrote out a nice little sincere letter right here to tell everybody, like, hey, thank you for going out and watching it. I have my reservations about it, but really, for the most part, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Henry Cavill talking, wearing some gear, some Brazil gear right there, and sticking his ass out there, for the pictures, of course. Why not? Stick your ass out there, stick the cheeks, do the one cheek lean. Why not, Henry? We see what you're doing. Hey, Goodfellas, right here, huh? Yeah, me, you got Nicotina, you got ACS, huh? Don't mess with us. Don't mess with us. Return of the Kings right here. Gotta love that. These people returning. This is pretty gross, but, the boys' Twitter handle was like, hey, Thanksgiving at the Deeps right there. Ew! Ew, ew, ew. Gross. But you know what's not gross? This poster right here from Mr. Flory. I want this. Look at that. Batman the Animated Series poster. Beautiful. We got Robert Rodriguez. This is how he carves his turkey with an old sword. Which, why not? If you have it, do it. You have it, do it. And I thought this was great right here. I want to do this. I should just do this. Maybe I'll, when it comes to Christmas time, wherever I go, whatever I, celebrate Christmas, I should bring pumpkin pie and do this decoration right here. It's the best thing ever. Have a Batmobile on it, like it's, like they're doing donuts on the Batmobile right here, with the Batmobile on the pie. I want to do that. I think I might. There's Mama Film Junkie. That's the turkey we ate right there that she was cooking up. It was delicious, delicious, delicious. Incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And then, of course, so when it comes to James Gunn, I mean, this was actually funny, too, because obviously he's been doing some things where he is posting, DC, imagery, illustrations and whatnot. He's been doing that. And, of course, on Thanksgiving goes, Happy Thanksgiving. He posts this right here. And, obviously, it's just like got Justice Society mainly, basically what's going on right here. And, so, of course, naturally, a lot of people were talking about this person right here, and he responded to him. He said, no Green Lantern in this image, therefore I can confidently claim that Gunn and Safran have no intention of adding that character into the DCU. This is a scoop. I'm 100% confident. And James Gunn, of course, responded by basically just responding perfectly. I said, probably not a good scoop. Happy Thanksgiving, because, trying to destroy those guys. And, let's face it, it's always good to see that. Yeah, so, you gotta love it. And, of course, those the scoopers out there, it's just now they're like, hey, James Gunn, you should just shut up and do your job, man. I'm like, this is part of his job. Part of the job is actually to do that. This is what's funny. It's becoming a new thing when it comes to the whole, well, at least when it comes to certain scoopers, when it comes to certain groups, when it comes to all this. It's like they want him to like just shut up and do his job because he keeps on shitting on all their scoops. Obviously, it's bad for business for them, but it's like, hey, don't be in the business if you don't expect the head of DC Studios to, tweet out, post that, hey, it's bullshit, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. I don't know if you're lying or somebody's lying to you. He's basically just saying that. But they're like, no, he needs to shut up and do his job. That is his job. Part of his job, okay? I mean, I don't know exactly what the requirements for playing DC head exactly is when it comes to James Gunn, but part of it is to point out the bullshit. So why not? And I just thought that was funny. It was a good laugh. So, yeah. Scoopsy daisies. I like this right here. It's a cool little Back to the Future poster right there. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh, look at that shot of that crisp, fresh Black Adam costume right there. Watch out. Okay, so, the Shazam posters haven't been that great, but this is pretty good. Obviously, working with the whole World Cup thing that's happening, for soccer, or, as other people call it, football, This is actually pretty cool right here. I like this. Pointing out the acronym that is Shazam: Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and then, of course, Mercury right there. So that is pretty cool. Some more images of Indiana Jones 5 right there. Hey, you know what? Even in his mid-70s, you got to love it. Harrison Ford can run. We've seen him run many times. You watch The Fugitive, you watch Patriot Games, you watch anything, he runs a lot. Star Wars, but the man's still running, still doing good. Some more images right here. Pretty cool. We already saw that one earlier. I like it. Good stuff. And yeah, according right here, okay, so this is interesting when it comes to Rebel Moon. If you need a little bit of Rebel Moon tea, apparently somebody, one of the crew members posted this, I think on Reddit, says, so I just worked with him. He's talking about, of course, Zack Snyder. I just worked with him on Rebel Moon this summer. By the way, he just filmed 2 movies, and he was greenlit for 6. It's off a Star Wars script he wrote that Lucas rejected. So obviously when it comes to this, it's like, yeah, he did pitch Star Wars, but of course that got changed drastically in the past, I don't know how many years. That was probably back in 2008 when he pitched that to, and this is when Lucasfilm got purchased by Disney, so they rejected the script. I mean, they're not going to make anything from Zack Snyder, which I think I think it's better that we're getting this movie as opposed to a Star Wars movie. But yeah, when it comes to this right here, he said greenlit for 6. Now that's interesting. I mean, who knows how legit this is? This is just coming from somebody who posted this right here, on a thread or whatever. But he said, yeah. That being said, crazy nice guy, very intimate with every scene. Dude was always behind the camera, works closely with the extras. My buddy played a dead body, and Zach rolled around in the dirt, showing him how he should portray a dead body. That just shows you right here how awesome Zack Snyder is. He gave my buddy and me compliments, saying we look great in the dim lighting of the barn we were shooting inside. Dude also blends into crowds very well. You can spark a conversation with him and not realize it's him. He's always either riding a BMX bike or a skateboard back to catering. So there you go. He's always on something with wheels right there. He's a big kid. I watched him accidentally bump his head into the camera. Everyone grew quiet and he got scared. And he simply said, I'm fine. But he does lots of sunset shots, which we know. Now that I realize all his movies have sunset shots. Yes, he's good at shooting dawn, sunset, like that, because better lighting. And then beautiful visuals when it comes to that. He does lots of takes, not as much as Fincher, but he's up there, and lots of slow-mo shots. Wow, really? Zack Snyder doing slow-mo shots? I think of him as M. Night, both visually impactful directors who could always use a writing partner when it comes to the script. Watchmen and 300, I personally believe, are his best films. I love those films. The new Watchmen show was fun to watch, but was nothing like his film. I'd happily work with him again, especially since working for Zack is a guarantee of a 13-hour day. No matter how Rebel Moon plays out next year, it's going to be very, very pretty to look at, as we all know. But the fact that he said greenlit for 6, does that mean spinoffs? Does that mean shows? What the hell exactly does that mean? I don't know how much we could take from a Reddit post, but really cool words that this person had to say about Zack Snyder and working on Rebel Moon. So if you wanted some Rebel Moon tea, at least we have that. Something, guys, it's something. Box office before the weekend like hit. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever crossed 600 million globally. So it's probably gonna reach. I don't know. It's probably gonna reach 700 million. It's probably gonna get into the 700 million range. That's my guess. You know, obviously it's not gonna reach the numbers as the first one. I don't think anybody expected that. And then we got Tina Gao right here. We already saw when her and Maya Sano, when they did, of course, their electric cello and violin when they did the X-Men theme. And then, of course, we have her do that stuff right there. She freaking rocks, man. I mean, obviously, she actually did that with Hans Zimmer and Junkee XL. So just good stuff right there. Good stuff. And then don't forget, guys, moviepalette.com if you want to get... You know, you want to get a canvas to have your favorite movie or someone's favorite movie. Look, they got Wakanda Forever right there. Speaking of that, they got Cyber Monday deals happening right now. And then again, if you use Junkee15, all one word, you get an extra 15% off. The link's always provided down below. They reached out. They said, hey, have one, and I have the Matrix. I want to get some more. But, yeah, they said, hey, and then here's a promo code that I could use. So, yeah, do that. You know, always talking about moviepalette.com. It's pretty cool. It's on a canvas. Look at Mr. Scott McClellan. He got the watch. I think he got Watchmen, and I saved him $14.25. So, there you go. That's what happens right there. So do all that. It goes hard, right? Yes, it does. Reportedly, Sophia Falcone is a former inmate of Arkham Asylum in the Penguin spinoff series. She served almost a decade's worth of time after she was put away by none other than Oswald Cobblepot. Oz is in for the fight of his life because Sophia knows how to hold a grudge. So a little bit of story details when it comes to the Penguin series. Of course, that's going to be coming out on HBO Max starring Mr. Colin Farrell. So that sounds pretty damn awesome. Going to have it out right there. So that's good. All right, what else we have here? Oh, yeah, this. Oh, man, this is just like the new thing that's happening right now. Move over, Winnie the Pooh. It's Bambi's turn. A horror movie focusing on Bambi is in the works, and we'll see the lovable deer become a vicious killing machine after the death of his mother. That's right. So the guys who did Winnie the Pooh, like Honey and Blood, and whatever that was called, Blood and Honey, they're going to be doing a Bambi version of... make it into a horror version. So a killer deer that's going to be setting off to kill, I guess, the hunters or whatever the hell that killed his mom. Yeah. This is like the new thing that's happening right now because there was a trailer that actually showed up today too, which was crazy. So I thought this was funny right here. Jeez. It's just funny. It's like, oh, man. Oh, but yeah. I mean, somebody pushed her. I mean, why would you want the cake anyways? She pushed her face in it, and then she just threw the whole cake, and it's like, oh, come on. I don't know. I laughed a little too hard at that video. I really did. Oh, look at that guy. Yeah. I don't know how much I could show that, but, you know. And then, hey, guess what, guys? According to Fandom Wire, Spider-Man 4 is reportedly shifting to advanced pre-production. Advanced. I have no idea what advanced pre-production means. I mean, I would say like it's further along in pre-production. I guess that means advanced. Or I just was being a dickhead right here. Maybe they're having AI finalize the script. It's going to get advanced. Like, hey, we need to punch up some of the script right here. Let's put it in the AI machine. Make it advanced. So I don't know exactly what advanced means, but I guess it just means further along. But you use the word advanced. Just seemed a little weird, Phantom Wire, but hey, that's just me making fun of you. That's all. 12 years ago. When was this, yesterday? No, that was on 12 years ago Saturday. Young Justice premiered on the Cartoon Network, and people want more. People definitely want more. All right, and then keep on going. This is a pretty cool little bat and the cat art right there. Of course, they accent the cat booty right there for sure. That is from Coel Niju. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but what can you do? Fear Jason, of course, putting my face into an alien's eyeball. Somebody said I look like Joe Biden right here. Come on, man. I don't know. Yeah. But I think, yeah, trying to make me look like Mulder a little bit. And here's a good video right here. Miss Amy Jo Johnson, of course, who played the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. She posted this video right here, of course, with Mr. Frank right here, of course, missing him, Jason David Frank. And she posted this. Is a pretty cool little video right here.
The board once. Don't break it. No, stop.
Sorry.
So you're just gonna touch the board one time.
Touch it.
Focus. Touch it 2 times.
And I
then
think
when I say go,
I think through the board.
Only on the third one. This one you're just gonna line it up. You're gonna make sure that you just touch 1. That's it. Good. Touch 2 again. And now nice and hard. Ready?
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Go.
Oh my God.
Go.
Oh my God.
May he rest in peace, man. Seemed like a gentle soul. Rest in peace. Jason David Frank. Yeah, she was posting videos yesterday, so it was cool to see that. Just sad, man. Just sad. And then everybody watching Wednesday, if you're wondering how they're pulling off the whole thing, this is how they're doing it. This dude right here has to get into a blue suit. And, that's basically how they're doing it right there. They just kind of do some prosthetics on the hand, and then, of course, they digitally remove him. So that's what they kind of did, too, when it came to the Addams Family movie that came out in the 90s. But, that's how they're doing it right there. So if anybody was wondering, you got to really crouch down. You got to be flexible. You got to be flexible when it comes to that. You really got to be flexible. And then I thought this was funny. There is simply no other choice for Hush in Batman 2. How we feeling about Taylor Lautner playing Hush? Obviously, we know the joke. It's a Twilight joke. We get it. It's funny. We got a new poster for Babylon movie right here, which, just Margot Robbie just being just crowd surfing right there in that barely there dress. We got Mr. Alessandro right here doing some 3D art. He's the one that, of course, made my little banner back here. So he's a great artist. It's a cool little video showing that 3D art that he's going to be doing. That's cool. And then, here we go, guys. Metallica fans. Oh, my God. Nobody saw this coming. And if you're a Metallica fan and you didn't know that this was already out there, but yes, Metallica has a new album coming out, new tour, new everything, and they released a new single, and it was just like, what the fuck? It was a great thing, great way to start off my Monday for sure, and it's just fucking badass. Good. There you go. I just got energetic right now. Yes. It's good stuff, right? Right? There you go. Gotta love that. Anyways. No? What? No, it's good. And then we got a poster right here, a new poster for Knock at the Cabin for Mr. M. Night Shyamalan right there. Good stuff. Let's see. Damn, that song was fire. Exactly. It's so good. Love it. Anyways, this is pretty cool right here. Let's stop whining and kick some ass. That's what Metallica did. And then I don't even really know what this movie is really about. Inspired by true events. Cocaine Bear. I just saw the poster and I'm like, that's badass. I've heard the title, but I really don't know much about it. I think Ray Liotta is part of this movie. I don't know. It just looks pretty insane right there. So, anyways. DC Squadcast, they got a new The Batman Scene by Scene podcast out there. We got people talking about Joker 2 will reportedly be set, of course, in the Arkham Asylum, but it's supposed to start production next week. So that'll be cool. We got the Riddler Year 1, number 3 right there. And then check this out. So we got comic book writer Ken Penders shows off the original prototype for, if you guys didn't know, if you guys don't remember, there was supposed to be a Spider-Man 4, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, of course, and it was going to have Vulture as the main villain, who was going to be played by John Malkovich. And look at the wings right here. Look at what they were going to do with these wings. Look at that, the prosthetic wings right there. Showing off, just showing off the mechanics of the wings. So there you go. That is pretty sweet right there. Something that's all the way back to like what 2000, when probably 2006 or 7 or whatever, before they canceled it. before they canceled it and rebooted Spider-Man. But yeah, that's what the vulture wings were going to look like for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. It's amazing how much pre-production was already in there. So, cool. And then we got James McAvoy. He has no interest, so don't expect James McAvoy. I mean, who knows? Because obviously if you throw money at an actor, they might change their mind. You just never know, because we've heard actors say many, many times that they would not return or not come back. Hey, Hugh Jackman. But James McAvoy in a recent interview said that, nah, he's done. I'm not that bothered about coming back because you move forward. So, you know, he had a good time with the character of Xavier, but apparently he's kind of just done with it. But hey, who knows when it comes to, again, that Marvel dump truck starts backing up in your driveway and, dumps all that money on your, on your driveway, you might say yes. Who knows? I'm like, I guess I'm shaving my head again. So we'll see. Yeah, but I don't blame him either. Steph. Yeah, I really don't. So, and then check this out. This was one of the things that when it came to the old regime of Warner Brothers, a relationship they fucked up, sadly. And I think it had to do with that day and date thing a little bit, which was, obviously, we all thought that was a good idea at the time, but apparently, now, here we are 2 years later, and, it's still suffering right here. But Legendary Entertainment formalizes Sony deal after cutting ties with Warner Brothers. That's right. Yeah, the production company behind Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong has cut ties with Warner Brothers and entered a multi-year worldwide film distribution partnership with Sony Pictures. So there you go. Under the new agreement, Sony will market and distribute Legendary's upcoming theatrical motion picture titles. However, select existing projects at Legendary are exempt from the pact, meaning Warner Brothers Pictures is still backing Dune Part 2, of course. So we still got that's in there. So they're still going to be part of Dune. But yes, Legendary signing with Sony Pictures. Again, the old regime screwed that one up. I'm sure the new regime was trying to get them back, but sadly did not happen. New IMAX poster for Avatar: The Way of the Water. Looks beautiful. And then we got some concept. We got art right here, a concept by Brian Hagan right here, inspired by the recent appearance of the Man of Steel right here. I like this. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like how we accent the belts, I guess you could say. It's kind of like a belt, not really a belt. It's more like just a waist thing like there. But I thought that was pretty cool. I like it. I dig it. And if you're wondering how they shot some of these scenes for Roger Rabbit, yeah, they used a stuffed animal, Roger Rabbit, a lot, So that's how they did a lot of that. That had to be very difficult, but man, did it turn out so good. So good. And then going back to Rebel Moon, another thing, apparently, according to this Twitter handle right here, on November 23rd, Netflix filed a trademark application for Rebel Moon for use in relation to toys, clothing, and entertainment information. That application can be found here. So if you go actually right there, yes, that's right. So hopefully, what I'm hoping for when it comes to this, fingers crossed, that Zach, obviously, and I'm pretty sure, because he's a smart businessman, he's going to get a little piece of this pie too. Because, following the trademark to try to get you're going to have toys, you're going to have clothing and all that stuff. Because, we don't want to lack that kind of stuff. We want the clothes, we want the merchandise, we want all that. So that's good. So good on Zach. Hopefully, if he's going to get, 4 more movies, going to need that for sure. We got more art right here. The Batman by Kyle Petchak right there. So that's pretty cool. Something from the Batman when he comes crashing through the ceiling right there. Pretty badass. Like it. And then, yes, guys, who's watching The Mean One, which is a horror spinoff of The Grinch? Did you guys see this shit right here?
She knew what to do.
What the
Why,
fuck?
Santa Claus? Why?
But what if I said, that's not how it went down?
That's not how. We don't need to watch the whole thing, but so there you go. Looks cheap, and I think that's what they're going for. I think that's why these movies are looking cheap, because you get a lot more bang for the buck, and it's very ridiculous. But yes, this, I'm not going to I don't even want to watch really Love and Honey. Maybe I do a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll catch up on these weird, crazy little, I don't know what is happening now, because we just heard that there's going to be a Bambi movie that's like a horror thing. I don't know. It's all pretty crazy. They showed the entire movie in the trailer, pretty much. I mean, it's probably what it is. And then, yes, guys, I didn't post a link down below, but Zack Snyder's Justice League is just $10 right now in 4K Ultra HD, just to let you know. Will Smith, so we know that Emancipation's coming out. It's coming out soon. Of course, he's going to have to promote it. So he's been doing some interviews, and he had one with Kevin McCarthy. And he basically said that he completely, this is what he said, because, obviously there's still going to be people that are probably not going to want to support anything Will Smith does, especially after, after the slap of Chris Rock. But he said, I completely understand. If someone is not ready, I would absolutely respect that and allow them their space to not be ready. My deepest concern is my team. Antoine has done what I think is the greatest work of his career. The people on this team have done some of the best work of their entire careers, and my deepest hope is that my actions don't penalize my team. At this point, that's what I'm working for. So basically, we're saying like that. Talking about Emancipation. I mean, obviously, the movie was shot before all the stuff happened, but yeah. It's going to probably mess up a little bit because, a lot of people are not going to go see this movie because they're still not okay with what he did. To me, I'm over it. I mean, I did not agree with what he did for sure, but I'm just like one of those people like, all right, well, it's been a while now. I'm curious to see what happens in this movie and what his performance is like, what the movie's like. So I'm still going to, check it out. But yeah, he understands that there's going to be people that are not going to do that, and hopefully it doesn't affect the careers of others. So he's looking out for the cast and the crew, the cast, and of course the director. So good on him for doing that. So that's nice, at least. All right, so now we're back. Okay, guys. God, I still got some energy listening to that Metallica song. Like, Jesus Christ. Talk about just good freaking stuff right there. When I saw that, I was like, yes. I didn't think. I was like, who knew that Metallica was making an album right now? I was like pleasantly surprised that Metallica was putting out a new album next year. And it's got like 12 songs on it. They put out the track list. Oh, man. Just happy to see all that. Happy to see all that. Uh-oh. What the heck? Where's that? Oh, my God. Here we are. Okay. Let's get to the topic at hand. Let's talk about James Gunn. Let's talk about James Gunn. All right, so James Gunn, of course, has been talking a lot when it comes to the DCU, yeah. But he's been promoting, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's funny too because he, when it comes to all this, like this is a tweet right here that one of the first tweets that people were talking about is the fact that it's going to be connected. Everything's going to be all connected right here. So this is one of the tweets that he was. He said, yes, most definitely the DCU will be connected across film, TV, and animation. And then he also followed it up by talking about the fact that there's also going to be video games involved. So basically confirming that, yes, on everything. When it comes to the DCU, it's going to be the DC Universe. Maybe I should just say it like that. I can't say the DCU. I'll say DC Universe. Anyways, it's going to be connected through all different mediums, even video games, which is going to be interesting, which characters get tied into that. And then a lot of people are actually talking about Booster Gold, and he even said right here, interestingly, he said Booster was the most requested character when I asked people on Mastodon what character they would most like to see on screen. I'm not creating stories by public vote, but I found it fascinating nevertheless. So he's not, obviously he's listening to fans and seeing what they want. So I'm sure he probably already has something with Booster Gold in mind, but just basically talking about that, just doing all that because I find it surprising if you didn't hear at least it a little bit more before. He said, just one question, James, just one. Are we going to hear more about this plan before SDCC 2023? He said, I find it surprising if you didn't hear at least a little more before then. So, because I was even saying that too, I was going like, well, if James Gunn, are we going to hear about the slate when it comes to Comic-Con next year? Obviously, he confirmed at one point that, yes, he's going to be giving his plan to, I guess, to the Warner Brothers team in about 2 months. So basically in January, maybe February, late January, early February, he's going to have the Bible, I guess, the Bible with all the stories, whatever the roadmap, whatever you want to call it. He's going to have it ready, but he's only going to show Warner Brothers Discovery. He's only going to show the Warner Brothers crew. Obviously, there's probably some scoopers out there that were trying to claim that they were going to hear about it in the next 2 months, but he said nope, which is great. I love the fact that he's doing that. I love the fact that he's just taking all the scoops and just keep on doing that and just yeah. That's pretty much what they are. But I'm just saying, so he's shooting all that down. So they're going to have that by January, February, and I guess we're going to hear a little bit about it before Comic-Con. I'm kind of wondering, maybe somebody should actually ask the man, is there going to be a DC fandom again? That's what I'm kind of wondering about, I'm wondering if they're actually going to try to attempt to do a DC fandom again, or they're just like, you know what, we don't need to do that anymore. That was a pandemic thing, even though the first DC fandom was amazing. It was amazing. The second one was a little okay, not that much here. First one was amazing because, a lot of good trailers. You had Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we had the Hallelujah trailer. You had the first Batman trailer, which just blew everybody's minds. It was just the talk. It was the talk of the weekend, which is great. But I don't know if we're going to have that. I just wonder. I don't even know if he would actually answer that. I don't know if he'd answer that, But yeah, he did confirm all that, and he talked about Booster Gold, and of course shooting down, some scooper stuff. So, I don't know when we're going to actually hear any of that. I don't know what the plan is when it comes to releasing little tidbits here. Obviously one of the first things has to be Superman. I just think that's just has to be Superman related. We've talked about this. We've talked about how, basically Henry Cavill doesn't necessarily have the multi-picture deal that we all thought he would get before he's joined Black Adam, but I think he got a short-term deal, at least for now, and then he's eventually going to be getting that long-term deal, that multi-picture deal, when they figure out where to place him in this roadmap. That's pretty much what we got to wait for. It's just like James Gunn, Peter Safran going, all right, Superman will go here, here, and here, basically just, big, huge, God knows, they probably have whiteboards too, just full of just all kinds of stuff. I hope he actually shares pictures or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But they probably got, a bunch of whiteboards or whatever the hell, just trying to connect all kinds of shit. So, and then he'll definitely get that contract right after that. So we just got to wait for it. And, but I just like the fact that he's still just shooting down. He's going to be making fun of, the scoopers and stuff like that. And I still don't understand. Now that I try not to comment about it that much, but sometimes I see some stuff and I'm like, wow, they are turning on James Gunn, of course, because he's shooting them down, and I'm just kind of going, it's just not a good way to do business. It's like, just because they're trying to, it's just interesting. This is why I don't like the scooping game, because it's dirty, it's filthy, it's gross. Because now you have somebody in charge who has an online presence that's going to shoot your stuff down. So now it's like, well, no, don't believe him. Believe me, because we're doing some exceptional work over here. No, you're not. You're not doing exceptional work. You're throwing darts. You're throwing darts at a board, and you're just trying to pick and choose what exactly you're trying to do. You're, again, like I keep on saying, and I'm going to keep on saying it, you're walking up to the roulette table and either betting on red or black on something happening. So I love that, and everything. So I hope we get more Henry Cavill Superman. You definitely are, James. You are. Unless something crazy were to happen, and I know we're all kind of concerned because Dwayne Johnson hasn't acknowledged James Gunn yet as the DC head, which is interesting. I do find it interesting. I talked about it last Wednesday, but we're definitely going to see more Henry Cavill Superman. It seems like quitting The Witcher and then getting back into the Superman costume, I think that was just the step in that right direction. He just doesn't yet have that multi-picture deal because they don't know exactly where to place him yet. So, yeah, we definitely will. So don't worry about that. I feel like I'm not centered in my camera, my frame, but I guess so. I'll be all right. October was the only 1 month that, okay, so let's see. I feel non-DC fans don't know about fandom. They probably don't. Yeah. Let's hope Gunn doesn't forget about him. Forget about what? Superman? I don't think Gunn's going to forget about Superman. That's what you're talking about there, Fatty God. But I don't think that's what you were talking about. But anyway, so that's what James Gunn has been kind of talking about, trying to like give some acknowledgement to fans. He also talked about that, obviously he's still got a contract with Marvel, and he's still got to promote obviously Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's going to be, I don't know, it's coming out next summer. So obviously he's got to do that. And but I just like at the same time, because there are some people that were even saying like you should stop talking about Marvel, and it's like no, he's not going to stop talking about Marvel. I think he even like acknowledged that too. It's like no, he's not going to stop talking about the Marvel stuff because he still has a movie coming out. I mean, obviously the holiday special just came out, which I enjoyed. It's cheesy, it's whatever. It's Guardians of the Galaxy, So. Anyways, that's just what's happening when it comes to James Gunn right there. So, all right. Let's talk about Bob Iger now, who of course is now running things at Disney because, when it comes to Disney, they didn't know what the hell they were doing, I mean, Jesus Christ. Bob Chapek obviously is no longer there. It seems kind of weird. There's some sketchiness there that I've been kind of hearing where it's just like, wait a minute. So was he just like there to do that and then they're going to bring Iger back? Because I don't know. It's just, it's all a crazy situation. I don't really know how to look at it, especially process anything that I've heard when it comes to this whole thing. Like, did they just want to be Chapek just be like kind of like a fall guy? Just blame it on that guy. The reason why Disney now has a cash flow problem is because of Bob, not Bob Iger, but Bob Chapek, however you say your name. But yeah, so I'm just kind of wondering, I don't know, could be. Who knows? A lot of sleazy shit happening. And what I keep on telling you guys, too, is the fact that, Warner Brothers Discovery is under the spotlight. Zaslav is being looked at as like an evil person, obviously, when it came to the whole Batgirl stuff. But, I mean, they're all the companies are struggling when it comes to a cash flow. So, apparently, Iger's supposed to save the day. But is he going to save the day? Who knows? But apparently, according to this article right here, when it comes to Deadline, they posted this article right here that says Bob Iger tells Disney Town Hall hiring freeze still in effect. No new acquisitions planned and not merging with Apple. So a lot of people were wondering if like Apple was actually going to end up buying Disney, and a lot of like rumors were out there. And he goes, there's a lot to do. Bob Iger told Disney staffers today of the state of the company. He is now running again quickly, he said. He added right there. 71 years old. Jesus Christ. 71-year-old executive also said that hiring freeze, his pink slip predecessor, Bob Chapek, announced on November 11th is still in place, offering his perspective from being outside the company the past year after decades at Disney. Iger told staffers additionally that rumors of a merger or deal with Apple were just that, rumors. The man who bought Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Fox. Good God. I mean, you want to talk about who's Thanos here? Jesus Christ. For Disney during this last stint as CEO also noted that the House of Mouse wasn't looking to make any more big-ticket acquisitions anytime soon. Unless they really need it. Unless the cash flow problem gets even worse. So it might. I don't know. Held in front of a crowd at Disney's main corporate campus, the town hall was live streamed Monday for employees around the globe to tune into. Taking questions after a breezy 5-minute speech, Iger joshed that his wife pushed him to exit retirement so he wouldn't contemplate a White House bid again. Wow. A White House bid? Yeah, White House bid. I don't know about that. Bob Iger running for president. I mean, that would be very interesting. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff that's happening. But yeah, the hiring freeze still happening. You're going to hear about more layoffs. It's just what's going to happen. That's what's happening all over the place because they have, I mean, again, what I keep on saying too is the fact that it's like they're just paying too much for a lot of this stuff. It's like, as long as you're paying people that are making this movie and you're not paying well, I mean, obviously you're not paying these actors like fucking $40 million and these directors and producers so much money where there's not enough to go around. I mean, Jesus Christ. Of course you're going to have a cash flow problem, especially when people aren't subscribing to your streaming service as much as you want them to. But of course, Bob Iger says the top priority is to make, to solve the cash flow problem that is when it comes to streaming, which means most likely ads or upping the subscriber once a month fee. So just what's happening. But all that's still going on. But yeah, you're going to be hearing about layoffs. You're going to be hearing about all that stuff. Garen freaking Tia. Just the way it is. They're all doing it. I don't know why it's not just one. It's not just one or the other. So that's what's just funny about it. Everybody's looking at Warner Brothers Discovery. Not just them. Not just them. And then we got Shazam. So I saw this. This is just random right here because, why not? It's this article right here that I saw people talking about. Now, when it comes to the villains of Shazam, Shazam 2, they were talking about this right here when it came to them. And it said, and I saw this from the direct, it said, Warner Brothers makes DCEU. That's right, DCEU. Can we still call it that? No. Come on, James Gunn, just keep it that. History with the first movie without a villain from comics. So this was pretty interesting because I saw kind of people going back and forth. Warner Brothers Discovery is set to feature for DCU. How could you have DCEU in the title and then put DCU in your freaking article? How dare you, the direct? Anyways, just nitpicking and just me ranting off on meaningless shit. With the likes of Shazam, Fear of the Gods, DCU has experienced blah, blah, blah. Shazam, Fear of the Gods director David F. Sandberg revealed in the latest issue of Empire that the villains of the sequel are completely original and not based on any comic book characters, marking the first time that a DCEU, make up your mind, the direct. What are you doing? Going back and forth? Pick one. Sorry. Project has touted main villains who haven't originated in the comics. Shazam 2 joins 3 other DC movies that also featured solely original villains, namely Nuclear Man from Superman 4. Hey, who remembers that? Nuclear Man? He was badass when I was a kid. I watch it now. It's ridiculous. Nathaniel Burke from Steel and Laurel Hadar from Catwoman. Sandberg explained that this is due to the fact that Shazam's powers come from Greek gods. So we said this right here. We landed there because Shazam's powers come from Greek gods. So what if those powers were stolen from the gods and now they want revenge? They want revenge. So there you go. There's the quote right there. The villains in question are the 3 daughters of Atlas, which is actually from the source material. And name Hespera, Calypso, and Anthea. So there you go. She wanted to do all her own stunts, apparently. Ooh, that's pretty good. Good on Helen Mirren. But if anybody was wondering about this right here, I don't really see that as anybody really caring so much. I mean, obviously there's going to be, Atlas was in the source material. There's still there's still going to be names that we're going to hear about. But I understand what he's saying, and sometimes you just got to adjust it for live action, which is what a director should do. You got to make your tweaks, you got to adjust it to make it make sense to a general audience who does not know any of the source material. So it does make sense, and hey, guess what? I'm still looking forward to it. Still looking forward to it. That's all I got to say. That's it. That's all we got to say about that. So... okay, and then finally, man, Antonio Banderas, what are you doing? What are you freaking doing here? Oh, what are you doing? Did you guys see this? This disappointed me because I'm a big fan of Antonio Banderas. I love, Desperado. That's when I first got introduced to the man, and that's still one of my all-time favorite action movies. Obviously, he's had a very a great career when it comes to many of the movies that he's done and being an action star and doing all that stuff. But he definitely, yes, I mean, pretty much diamond absolutes. I already said it there in the chat currently, but in a recent interview, he basically he stated that when somebody asked, because obviously he played Zorro in 2 Zorro movies, which were fantastic, especially the first one. If you haven't watched Mask of Zorro, do yourself a favor. Him, Anthony Hopkins, Catherine Zeta-Jones, do that. Watch it. But he said, somebody asked, who do you think now could play Mask of Zorro, and who does he say? He says, Tom Holland. What the fuck? Seriously? Tom Holland. Well, first off, you might want to rethink that because maybe you'll think, maybe somebody who should be playing Zorro should be, I don't know, Spanish? Seriously, dude. Tom Holland. No. What? No. What, is he going to get a tan? Put a little mustache on him? No, don't do that. I remember once upon a time in Mexico, you did that with William Dafoe. Remember? They made him Mexican. That was pretty funny. But no, what are you thinking? And when I read that, I was like, dude, oh man. And so many people were like, what are you thinking? I almost think that Antonio was basically going, he didn't think about the question beforehand, and he just thought, oh, who's popular right now? And Tom Holland just hit his brain, not really thinking like, what the hell? Not really even thinking about his answer right there. I mean, my God. Ugh. Thank you, Draga, for the $5 super chat. I got one better. Timothy Chalamet. How freaking dare you? How dare you? Ugh. No.
I will fuck you up!
Nope. I won't. I won't really, but, I'm just saying. But, yeah, get out of there with that. Ugh, God. But when he said Tom Holland, I went, what? And nobody agreed with that. Like, I haven't seen one person that even thought that. I'm surprised I didn't see memes. Like, somebody made, Tom Holland. Maybe I just missed it. Thank God. But it's just like, and there's nothing against Tom Holland. I like the guy. But yeah, everybody kind of fan casts him in a lot of things. So I think that's why Antonio Banderas was just like going, yeah, Tom Holland. He didn't know how to answer it. He was just like, who just hit his brain first. But it's like, dude, especially in 2022, you don't cast a white dude to play a Hispanic, okay? You just don't do that. You can't do that, all right? So pick someone. I mean, it would have been, if you did, maybe even Cholo Maridueña, that would have been a better choice. He's a hot up-and-coming actor right now. That would have been a better choice. But, man, Tom Holland, ooh. I wonder if he's seen like any of like the backlash when it came to that. So it's just like, oh. But Patrick said white folks have dominated most roles in the movie. We don't need. Yeah, I mean it's a new era now. I mean, obviously when cinematic history, yes, that was always the case, and there were some very questionable performances out there and stuff that was happening. But we're not doing that anymore. But it's just funny that Antonio Banderas. It's like next time, have like somebody with somebody more similar to you. Have that name chambered when somebody asks you again, because I'm wondering if whatever he promotes next, is somebody going to be like, did you really think Tom Holland would play like a good Zorro? He might backpedal on that one now. He probably will, as he should. So anyways, I thought that was a fun topic right there to talk about, because it was like, Jesus Christ, dude, really? Ugh. Does Antonio have a son? Yeah, I think he's got some kids. They're probably like half breeds like me, half Mexican, half white, because Melanie Griffith is his wife. So I think he's had kids with her, possibly. I'm pretty sure that they have. So yeah. Anyways, Mattia Fortuna. There you go. But was Zorro Spaniard or was he Mexican? I know there's a difference. There is a difference, because it's like, well, I mean, I know Antonio Banderas, he's Spanish. He's definitely Spanish. He's not exactly Mexican, but I know for a bit there too. There's always like that difference too, because people will be like, hey Dave, are you Latino or are you Hispanic? And I'm like, I think I'm more like in the Hispanic. I think my history goes back to Spain, I guess, not. But then at the same time, it's like, now there's like a mix. I have like a mix of that. I think partially part of my my bloodline goes to Spain, but then also Mexico. So I'm like, I guess I'm both. I don't know what that, yeah. With that, and then of course, white also. So, which also, that's a mix of a lot of things too. My mom's a mix of a lot of things when it comes to Europe and everything like that too. So. Yeah, Latinx. Ugh. Nobody. I'm just saying. Nobody in the communities, especially the Latino community, doesn't care. Don't call them Latinx. I've said that many times. Please don't. Please don't call anybody Latinx, because you're gonna end up hearing. Yeah, nobody likes that. That's somebody created that. That was not of Latino descent. It's a dumb freaking phrase right there. LeBron for Zorro. You're funny, Draga. You're funny. So. Yeah, don't call it. Don't call it. Yeah, exactly. Nobody in there likes that. Harry Styles for Zorro. Ah, God. What are you guys doing to me? Ugh. No. Jeez. No, but what's funny, though, speaking of Harry Styles, I actually watched Don't Worry, Darling over the weekend. And, for the most part, I enjoyed it. Like, it's a good concept. Florence Pugh, pew, 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 was fantastic in it. Harry Styles was, he was fine. Everybody else was good. But I enjoyed it. But when it came to the whole twist, when you finally realized what the twist was, which I, of course, guessed part of it because it was kind of obvious. But I just think, like, when the twist was being rolled out, like, the buildup was great, but the rolling out of the twist after you kind of figured out what things are happening, I didn't quite think they stuck the landing when it came to that. And then the resolution was kind of interesting and weird. So I think there's some scenes that that drag out way too much when it comes to that. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. It's on HBO Max. Not too shabby. It wasn't too shabby. Anyways, all right, let's go to some questions right here and see what's going on the Twitter world. Hold on, let me make sure that everything's all good, everything's fine. I forgot to post on YouTube, so no questions there, but okay, so Eric, so Dave, Pooh, horror, Peter Pan horror, Grinch horror. Seriously, is there a reason for this let's gruesomely ruin your childhood pattern? Start to look a little bit lazy. I mean, if it works, it works. I don't see the issue with it. I mean, I'm not going to watch it all. And if it ruins your childhood, you didn't have a good childhood. I always say that. When people say that things ruin their childhood, I'm like, all right, you must have not had a good childhood. Personally, where I take advantage of public domain or parody, I'd actually be creative with it. Well, I mean, it can be creative. What else are you going to do? What are you going to make Peter Pan a cyborg? You're going to make the Grinch nice? I don't know. Why not make them all evil? And then they have a crossover. That's what I'm wondering. Is it going to be a crossover movie? Mr. Wooter, hey Dave, did you show a picture of Robert Downey Jr. has a bald head? Everyone's freaking out. Is he playing Lex Luthor? I don't think anybody's thinking they're just playing Lex Luthor. They're just, obviously, anytime an actor goes bald, they're just like, hey, he could play Lex Luthor. And did you watch the Grinch trailer? It looks so cool and creepy. Yep. I don't know about cool, but it looks creepy. Cohen Treo, if Zach did sign a 6-pick deal with Netflix, do you think that means he wouldn't come back to DC if Gunn were to invite him back to do the JL Endgame movies? Probably not. Give him the conditions he always wanted. I'm holding out hope he'd still say yes and make it work. I mean, he could try to make it work, but I don't think he would actually be able to direct any of that. I mean, I've always said if they were going to do like the conclusion to his Justice League, they'd have to do it in miniseries format or like animation or something like that, and then he would still be a producer on it and have other directors. Naven, what's on your list for Christmas movie and shows this year? Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to watch Violent Night, which comes out next week, so looking forward to that. And I have my normal movies that I watch, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, all that. Also, for Superman fans out there, Lois and Clark has a handful of cute holiday episodes. Interesting. Lois and Clark. Let's see. RJ, what the hell? That was weird. Did I see something crawling on there? Anyways, RJ, since James Gunn is talking about DCU-connected video games, what character or characters would make for a great video game? Well, I mean, obviously the Suicide Squad for sure, which is already coming out. Similar to the game Jedi Fallen Order, maybe we could get a Green Lantern game with a Green Lantern in a far-off sector that's not Hal or John. That could be pretty cool. I think they have a lot to work with when it comes to the Green Lantern world. I've seen some people in the DC fandom voice their concerns that James Gunn debunking rumors addressing toxic fans is going to cause division in the community. I love that because it's like, no, motherfuckers, you guys have already caused a division. People say I caused division too because, I'll point out this stuff. But yeah, it's like, no, guys, you guys are doing that, not him. There's also talk of Rock versus Gunn. Do you agree with that sentiment? And do you think that it's a divide between two parties? Well, I talked about this last Wednesday. And to me, I just think because what I heard was Hiram Garcia was up for the job of DC Studios head as well, didn't get the job, so I might be some sour grapes right there when it comes to the Garcias and Dwayne Johnson. That's my guess. Who knows? I don't know anything more than that. Finally, Isaac, since we're on the topic of James Gunn, what are your thoughts on Brightburn? I actually really enjoyed it. I have yet to see it, and I'm intrigued by the concept. I also think some people should look at that film and see that Gunn can produce some DC films in a serious tone. Exactly. There's not like a bunch of dick and fart jokes when it comes to Brightburn. I mean, there's not. It's essentially, hey, I mean, I think him and his brothers, maybe they were just around a campfire or something like that. They were passing around something kind of goofy and went, what if little Clark, when he figured out he had powers, what if he just killed a lot of people instead? You know, I'm just kind of wondering if it came up with that, you know. You're just passing something around, your mind gets a little expanded. Hey. You start thinking about like, hey, and you know what's funny about Brightburn too is they were trying to kind of establish like a bigger universe. If you watched it, spoiler alert, but yeah, they kind of talk about how there could be other people out there that are not nice. Just imagine if there was like a Dark Justice League or something like that. I don't know. So I guess, well, you know, I think that a lot of people should look at that movie and be like, yeah, look at that. And, you know, they even brought it up, I think, with some interviews with him that, you know, when they talked about how it looked like Man of Steel. And, you know, he's basically paying an homage and obviously has nothing but respect for Zack Snyder. Of course, they worked together, you know, with Dawn of the Dead. So nobody wants DJ with too much power in DC anyways. Probably not, because he would all be like all about me, and God knows if that's going to be the case. That's another thing too. I'm wondering, you know, when it comes to James Gunn and Peter Safran creating this DC Bible, I'm just kind of wondering, does that DC Bible include the Justice League taking on Black Adam? You know, does it include that? Does it include Black Adam being an ultimate baddie when it comes to this universe? That's another thing I'm wondering too. Are they playing with that character, or are they just be like, well, the character didn't really impact a lot of things, so we're not going to really include a lot of it with this new DC Bible? That's another thing I'm kind of wondering too. Like, how much does Black Adam fall into this DC Bible that they're coming up with? And that could be another reason why that Dwayne Johnson is not even acknowledging the fact that he's not even saying his name yet. I don't know. There's a lot of things. That's going to be interesting. So when we finally hear what's going to be happening with this, you know, are we going to get that Black Adam sequel? Because let's face it, the box office, not so great. Not so great. It still hasn't even crossed 400 million worldwide. So that's another thing that I kind of wonder when it comes to that. But who knows? Who knows? Would you say it's a Man of Steel ripoff and Gunn said it himself? Yeah. Not a ripoff, it's an homage. I know, like, some people want to paint it as a ripoff. It's not a ripoff. It just, like, took it to a different direction, and then he was, of course, the trailer had Man of Steel vibes to it. I wonder, I guess that's another thing I should ask Zach if he ends up coming back to the Vodka stream. I wonder if he's ever seen Brightburn. Has it ever been asked that if Zach has seen Brightburn? I wonder if he has. Oh, maybe. I wonder if he has. I think that seems like something he'd watch, but who knows? Maybe not. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should ask him that. He uses the fonts and everything. Yeah, Gunn said that he likes Man of Steel. The font was exactly the same and everything like that. But anyways, all right, it's time to wrap this up. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you guys clicking in right here. Let me see something here. I bet you that's why. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to adjust something. There, that's why. That's why. You can probably hear the music there now. Yeah. I know. You should meet Zack Snyder. He's a very nice dude, a very awesome dude. Anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, do all that. Share the stream, like it, do all that, everything. Follow me on all the stuff that's around me, all the sock meds, the Patreon, doing all that stuff. You guys are awesome. Yeah, see, I know I had something that I didn't adjust when I came to the audio of the music right there. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same Junkee time, same Junkee channel, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Love you guys. Talk to you later.